Hey, good morning. All right, so I'm creating this video just because yesterday we had a call. We had our first call, and it was a combination. The meeting was scheduled to have you bring the new people in that would like to learn more about what they could do with those essential oils. But because we didn't have anybody new, we took the time to actually create the call around the coaching that we want to offer for Healthy Ingredients for Life program. And some of the topics that came up from talking to whoever was yesterday on the call, and thank you for being there. And I want to make a quick recording just because I don't want everybody else to miss this because it's too critical. And I'm going to probably come up with other videos where I go more deeper into those topics. But yesterday, and the way I would like you to look at those calls will be, I will send you some videos where you can kind of learn, take what I have if you need it, utilize it for the days that we are not meeting, and then come on the call with the questions and with your insights and using those things that I want to share with you. So one of the topics that came up yesterday was around productivity. And I know this is critical. I want to put it out sooner rather than later. So how can we stay productive during the day? Will be by doing about, let's say, a few things that I want to highlight. So let's say about three or four or five, I'm not sure how many topics that I want you to think about it. So whatever it's going to make more sense for you. So the first one is looking at your monthly project. So let's say you have a project, a goal, something that you want to do. It could be for your work, could be for your family, could be for your self-development, doesn't matter where. And you should have one probably for each area, right? Could be for your health. So let's say you're going to have an example. Okay, you want to just lose weight. I'm going to just put that out there. If that's something that you want to do and you're going to create some kind of a plan around it, you want to just look at that and just see, how am I going to stay on that? What am I doing? Am I really on track or not? And most of the things, even for their businesses, they're not covering their project reviews every month. They just create one plan right now and then don't look at what they are, and they're not adjusting and calibrating. So you might want to look at that. The first thing is like have some kind of a weekly preparation. We do want to make sure that every week we're looking at how the week is going to look like. Every week we need to go back, and the more often we're going to assess what happened during that week before and reprioritize the next week. And how we prioritize this is we're going to bring, first of all, please get this concept. There are tasks that you do, things that you do during the day in any of those areas that I mentioned that are moving needle kind of tasks. Those are the important things that takes you at one step close to that goal, to that achieving whatever that project and outcome and goal, whatever it is. So we want to make sure you make a list of those things that you want to do and separate the ones that are really moving needle kind of stuff for you versus to the one that are administrative, the one that are I don't know, I need to clean my desk, but this is not necessarily going to take me where I want to get to, but I'm just doing this because I love to have a better environment in which I work, which is critical, but it's not as critical as me staying here and just moving the camera so you don't necessarily see all the mess that's on my desk, but creating this video for you. This is more important for me to do it so I can achieve my end goal, which is to impact as many lives as I can, as sooner as I can with this program, right? So look at those things. Another thing is what we touched yesterday was around your morning routines. It's critical to start the day in a different way than probably you are right now. So for what I've seen, even in my family, even around and talking to other people, they wake up, they get their coffee, and maybe they start looking on their Facebook or emails. We don't want to do that. We don't want to go back and we don't want to close the day before we go to sleep with our interaction on the computer or the phone or any kind of electronics that you have. Even if you're reading a book, on your notebook, whatever that's called, Nook or whatever, you don't want to do that. You want to just maybe switch the idea and either reading about 2 hours before you go to sleep, or maybe you're going to do that on a paper. So it's beautiful to take a book that we have that's on paper print, and read it before you sleep. But you don't want to take that book and just stay on your electronic Kindle and stay with that during your before you go to sleep. That's going to activate some neurons, some problems in your brain, that you're not going to sleep well. One of the main reasons for why people are not sleeping well is because they stay with this thing open until 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, and then they go to sleep. And what actually happens in our brain is reading this light as being day. So it's going to energize, it's going to keep us awake when we actually want to go to sleep. So sleeping, it's an important part of your health and your productivity. So make sure you kind of go, if you like to go the extra mile on this, go 1 hour before you usually go to sleep, and close those electronics at least an hour before, if not 2. So spend the time in a different way. Do laundry if you like, fold things, I don't know, do anything you want at that time, and stay away from those things. But a morning routine, it's something that you like to take again in your consideration. When you wake up in the morning, the first 20 minutes, you want to move. You want to just create some kind of a movement in your body. And that's not for you just to you want to sweat, you want to just get your body in that energy. And while you're doing that, it's not necessarily so you can lose the weight that you don't like to have. You're doing that so you can create more oxytocin in your brain. You're going to create more of those chemicals that you need to get yourself in a better habit, a better, healthier and happier kind of a state of mind right before you start the day. That's why we're doing those movements, stretching and movements, and just walk, if you like, around the block if it's not too early. And I will encourage you to wake up at 5 o'clock if you can, when everybody sleeps, and take this time to do this. You may not wake up at 5, fine, just wake up at whatever hour earlier so you can do this a little bit. Just do it for a couple of days, couple of months if you can, and see how much this is going to change your life. It's amazing. So early in the morning, 20 minutes, you're going to just provide to yourself, to your movement. 20 minutes you're going to give yourself for reading. So that's the best time. Instead of opening those books, all those computers and electronics to get your emails, and get engaged in what others want to do from you, just use this to read. So if you have something of your interest that you want to do it in the first 20 minutes of the day. That's the best. I mean, the other 20 minutes, I'm sorry, right? 20 minutes move, 20 minutes you're going to take your book and read anything inspirational, read the Bible, read whatever you like, but to kind of put your mind in that. Again, we're working on your mindset to put it fresh and put it ready for tackling the day. And with that plan that you know you have in mind, and with that important task that you need to move the needle to taking you towards the goal that you like to have completed. And another 20 minutes of the next part of that hour, the holy hour as I call it, this for me, you can plan the day at that time. You can do, I'm incorporating prayers in it, you could do gratitude, you could do any other things in it, but also plan the day. You can use the mind movies. You can just close your mind and just think about how the day is going to come up for you. How are you going to actually get that done, that meeting, that client, that whatever you have in it. Make sure you see yourself doing those before you actually do it. So another topic that we talk about was the put in another thing that you want to think about for your improving your productivity will be the daily block time. If you don't take those days time in the day to really do those moving needle kind of things that I'm talking about, you're not going to get them done, and you're going to find yourself overwhelmed and really feel bad about yourself because you're not doing what you need for you first. You are in that reactor mode where you open your laptop, you're going to start answering emails, Facebook requests, you're going to look at everybody who does, and you're going to live their life instead of living yours and creating yours. So architecting your life and your business is the same approach. Take that entrepreneurial approach and just use it to create yourself on a better mind state so you can actually serve the others in a better way. So we kind of went over that a little bit, and also what I think about something else that we discovered also yesterday for the productivity and for yourself is team up with somebody that you know can energize you or keep you accountable for the things you want. We also talk about the need for us to share what we want to do, our intention. So yesterday we talked about our and my request to you, which was on the Facebook, to kind of look at the September and give one word that described how the September was. And we found on the call that it was hard for some people to just look at it and say, I don't know how it was. And I said, this is a proof that you actually leave the entire month in a reacting mode. So you didn't have time to actually put yourself the intention for what September would like you to be and make it so it can be that. If you don't do that for September because it's already passed, when I'm asking you to kind of find out that word, I'm asking you to look at from the best that it could be, what was there, the best that you could be grateful for, what you've learned, what kind of challenges you had, and it was useful for you to learn something new. Because I'm one of the person that you're going to meet in your life that actually loves problems, loves challenges. And the way I love them is, why I love them is because it gives me the opportunity to apply what I love to do most, which is figure things out and solve them. And when I do that, I actually learn a lot during the way, and I'm also exploring other things that I will not if I'm not faced with that problem. So I can looking for finding a way to describe that month that passed, or that week, or that day even. You will see that it's going to help you put your mind to focus towards what's positive and what was good out of it. Because if you stay in whatever didn't work, you're going to start the next day and the next moment and the next conversation with other people in the same way. And you're going to prolong that stuff. When in fact, in reality, if you think about it now, truly with me, you're going to see that actually most of the days are actually covered and give us the opportunity to have a beautiful, beautiful learning experience for all of us. So I hope you get this in. I hope you're going to get this applied to your life. I also hope that some of this will be useful for you. So go ahead and create those intention words that will going to give you the definition of what October will be for you like. And use it to really get the most in your plan of what October will be like. So if you put this intention, you put a word out, then reverse engineering what needs to happen for me to get that done. What needs to happen for me to achieve that? What are my aspirations actually? What I really want, not just a vision or a plan, or just think about what you really, really like to have created, and then go backwards and find those activities, those tasks, the things that you want to actually tackle, and get more clarity if you don't have by action, and also find the way in which you're going to get to that word. So next month, when we're going to ask you for you to describe that, you can be proud of what you could achieve during the month of October and start a new month in November in the same manner. All right, I'm going to let you leave you here, and I'm going to keep you in touch with more videos. I hope this was useful for you, and I will see you soon. Bye.